you have discovered through the expansion of the internet world. I am Johnny Allen, and this is the Johnny Allen 30-Minute Podcast. We're going to be talking about your life, my life, and the world today. So sit back, relax, grab something if you need it, and let's do this. Hey, and the show does start now. I'm your host, Johnny Allen. This is the Johnny Allen 30-Minute Podcast Show. Welcome aboard. Hey, it is Thursday. Because we do these things on Thursday. Hi, guys and gals. I guess I got to say both now. Got to be politically correct. Hello, guys and gals out there in the internet world. Thanks for joining me. It is, what is it today? Wow. It is Thursday, October the 14th, 2021. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple things. But first of all, I want you guys to read this. Okay. Do you ever feel this way? Read that real carefully. Do you ever feel like that? Please tell me what to do, because you must think I cannot think for myself. Let's read it again, because my writing is not the greatest. Please tell me what to do, because you must think I cannot think. You must think I cannot think for myself. Do you ever get that? Do you ever? I imagine you do, or you have sometime in your lifetime have gotten that. The human mind is very intriguing to me. Fascinating. Speaking of fascinating, someone that used to coin that word fascinating years ago was on a really popular show. Here we go, fascinating. You guys probably know who that is if you follow old TV, classic TV. Remember the series Star Trek? Of course everybody remembers Star Trek, right? You remember Star Trek? Straight up that little hat. You guys remember Star Trek? Well, Spock. Mr. Spock used to say that. Leonard Nimoy, God rest his soul. You go, fascinating. Well, speaking of Star Trek, William Shatner, who played Captain Kirk, is now 90 years old. That in itself is hard to believe. William Shatner, Captain Kirk, is 90 years old. And guess what? As far as I know, he's the only one that's actually went to space. He did that yesterday. So congratulations to William Shatner for actually going where no man has gone before. Kind of. At least no man in the Star Trek series anyway, the original one. But he is the oldest person to ever have traveled to space. So, again, congratulations to Mr. William Shatner. I drink coffee on the show. Today, CWE. Yes, Tim, CWE coffee. Go get your CWE coffee. I will have the link below. Great stuff. Real quick, the weather here in the Midwest. Stormy. Rainy, stormy, cool, hot, cool, hot, cool, hot. It's October in the Midwest, right? Lots of rain, though. Lots of rain. And I'll get on with the subject of here in just a second about what I just talked about there. Please tell me what to do, because you must feel like I cannot think for myself. But before I talk about that and a few other little things, that's all I do is talk about everyday life situations that occur, right? I got this little gift yesterday from Sonia. Thank you, Sonia. I just met Sonia at work. Never met her before. She kind of had a liking for me a little bit. She says, you know what? I think you need one of these. This is actually from Greece. And supposedly it gives you good luck. I have no idea. It looks like an eye. It's an eye. I don't know. But anyway, thank you, Sonia. It's an I. Ooh. Yeah, speaking of ooh, Halloween, right around the corner. I will get to that in a minute. The sign I just held up. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Kind of a fun day today. Kind of a weird day, but kind of fun. Anyway, Halloween right around the corner. I'm going to go to Cheney Creek Cemetery like I've done the last couple of years. I'm going to do that again, weather permitting. But I'm going to actually go out there next Wednesday because it's the week before Halloween. But next Wednesday is the 20th of October, and we have a full moon here in Indiana. Now, the significance of the full moon for the Halloween broadcast is because the Civil War soldier I'll tell you the story about, who was buried out there, that killed his wife and committed suicide. I'll tell you that story. Supposedly, on a full moon night, you can see his ghost walk around. So I've never been out there during a full moon, so let's get out there with the full moon and see if we can see him walking around. That's going to be kind of fun. So that'll be the Halloween episode. I will put that out on the 28th of this month, a couple days before Halloween, actually. I will put that out there, and I may run it again on the weekend, on Halloween night. But anyway, let's just see what happens. But we're going to go out there on the 20th because I want to get out there during the full moon. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well out there, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. I just hope that you're doing okay. I just hope that you're staying healthy as much as possible. You're enjoying your life as much as possible. You're not putting other people down, and you're not trying to tell people to do this. You're not trying to think for other people. Okay? That is kind of a pet peeve of mine. And it has been for a long time. Comment below on anything I have to say today. And, comment, say hi to Bark and Barney. Telling you, I felt like I had a sign. I feel like sometimes I got a sign on my back says that, please tell me what to think and tell me what to do because I have not a clue. Sometimes I don't have a clue what's going on in the world, okay? But do you feel like that people always have to tell you constantly everything that you got to do? And everything from the workplace to just everyday life. Got to tell you how to do everything. Everything. It gets to be a little bit of annoying sometimes, right? It gets to be annoying. We talk about this integrity thing. We talk about respect. We talk about a lot of things, a lot of behavior things on this podcast. And that's one of them that it's a pet peeve of mine. If I see somebody doing their job, doing what they're doing, and as long as they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, right, I guess they know what they're doing. They're doing a project. I let them do their thing. In other words, I leave people alone. If they ask me a question, I'll answer it the best I can, but I leave people alone. Let them do their thing. If they're busy doing something and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, why do you have to pretend like they don't have a mind? They can't think for themselves. This happens with a lot of things, not just at work, just everywhere. And some people don't even mean to do it. I just think it's human. It's just human behavior. I think some people just don't mean to. They don't even think they're doing it, and they're doing it. I'll use a couple examples, and this came from other people, not just me. I heard people talk about this. Matter of fact, I heard this actually on a John Denver biography a while back. Of course, he's long gone. He died, unfortunately, in a plane accident. But the famous musician John Denver, if you don't know who he is, look him up. Just an example real quick. His story, and there's been many of them like this. His mom and dad wanted him to go to college and become a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, right? And he decided that, it just wasn't for him. He's going to go and he's going to pursue music. Well, his dad just hated that. Thought, and you can kind of understand why. Music industry is hard to break into. I know that personally myself. Big time. But here's the point I'm trying to make with it. John followed his gut. He almost decided, well, I better do what my folks say. And it's no disrespect to folks or anything else, your parents, people you love and respect, But trying to give heavy advice and say, you know what, no, you're absolutely not going to become a musician. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. First of all, I have a problem with someone telling somebody, okay, it's your life, but I'm going to run it for you. I'm going to run it for you. Yeah, you have no business really running your own life. I want to run your life for you. The government kind of does that. We'll touch on that a little bit too with this whole COVID thing, shots, vax, the whole thing. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is people trying to basically run your life. Now, how far should somebody run or somebody's run your life? Comment below. Or should they run your life? Advice is good. I have no problem with advice. I love advice. I seek advice. I'll lend an ear. I'll keep an open mind. I want to listen to other ideas. Because some people have really good ideas. I want to learn. I want to learn from other people. But there's a difference between getting advice and learning and somebody basically treating you like they own you, and we're just going to run your life. We're going to run it. No, you can't. Like John Denver, you can't be a musician. His dad says you must go to school. So much to his parents' dismay, he decided he didn't want to do that. You know what? I think it was John Denver too, and also, I know who it was. It was Chris Christopherson. Chris Christopherson joined the military. He did all this stuff. He served. His folks wanted him to be, you can research it, wanted him to be something else, put him through school, West Point. He was going to West Point. He decided, you know what, he's giving up West Point. He had a family and everything. I'm quitting. He was making, he was doing good. He says, I'm done with this. It's not my passion. I'm a songwriter, musician, and he pursued it. Chris Christopherson. John Denver the same way. My whole thing with this is they chose what they wanted to do in life, and consequently, they did pretty good. Chris Christopherson did pretty good for himself, right? He ended up doing what he loved doing and very successful at it financially and everything. Same with John Denver, okay? So many people that are like that. Now, there's some people that pursue their dreams, their art, whatever, their ambitions, fall flat when it comes to, financing or whatever, your finances or how much money they make and things like that. But the bottom line is it's your choice to do what you want to do with your life, period, whether it be right or wrong or to somebody else or whatever. But ultimately, it's your choice to do what you want to do in life. If you're doing your job at work, for example, and you're good at doing your job, and you're doing your job, and there's nothing wrong with the way you're doing your job, you don't have people come step out of their box and get into your box and say, hey, listen, this is how I want you to fold your boxes because I'm folding my boxes like that. So I want you to fold your boxes like that because I said so, and I just need you to do that. Well, no. As long as the boxes are getting folded and it's working, it doesn't matter how you fold your box, right? That's an example. So when do you get to the point where you say, you know what, you got to just say, stand up and say, no, I'm not doing that way. I'm living my life. I'm doing what I want to do. Now that brings me to the next thing, the big controversy about the shots. I'm talking about the vaccines, the COVID-19 vaccines. Places are firing people because they're not getting vaccinated. You got one side saying, hey, I don't give a shit. I'll get vaccinated. No big deal. To me, blah, blah, blah. It's fine. I feel like it's good and blah, blah, blah. Other side saying, hey, you're taking away my freedoms. It's my body, my right, blah, blah, blah. I get both sides of it. I stand kind of, okay, I kind of lean. Well, here's the thing is I lean more towards the latter, where people say, hey, it's my body. So if, I choose not to take the shot, it's up to me to do that. Yes, I believe that. You may get sick as hell and you may die, but that's on you. But I don't feel like the government or the organization or anybody needs to force you to do that. Because what happens is they force you to do that. They'll force you to do something else. It's taking control. It's taking control of your life. In other words, this sign at the very beginning, this is kind of derogatory, but it makes sense. Please tell me what to do because you must think. I cannot think for myself. And that goes with the government or anything. Okay, I cannot think for myself. I got to have the government think for me because I cannot think for myself. You get where I'm going today, guys, at the podcast? It takes me a little while to get there, but I get there. Hey, by the way, David Lee Roth retiring. I don't know where that came from. I just thought of it. David Lee Roth retiring. And I hope he might have health issues, but that's another podcast. But I think, hey, I think when it's time, in other words, there's David Lee Roth, for example, controlling his life. His folks wanted him, his dad was a doctor, stuff on him. He decided, it was time to hang it up. No one told him, no, Dave, you can't hang it up because you're still hanging on to some fans and, Eddie's gone and you got to keep that Van Halen thing going. Besides, Wolfgang's doing a great job, but, the whole original Van Halen thing. And you know what? Dave said, no, hey, I got to, I respect that. People, we must have control of our lives, whether it be something simple at work, a coworker coming to me and saying, listen, John, make sure you put those. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, make sure. Yeah, I got you. Hey, I got you. Go to lunch. Same time every day. I go to lunch. Okay, don't have to be told when to go to lunch. I know when to go to lunch. It's just that kind of stuff. Okay, something really small like that. There's something big like the government telling you got to take a vaccine. We have to put something in your body, and if you don't do it, you're gonna lose your job. That's kind of stepping over the line. And you got the people on the other side say, well, these people need to get the vaccine. And you know what? I feel like you should have a choice. I took the vaccine, had no problem with it. I felt like I volunteered. I felt like, if it's going to help me, I work in the healthcare industry. If it's going to help me, survive this thing, let's do it, right? Besides having these good, these charms here to keep me healthy and wise, but really, Barney's going, what the hell? But really, I mean, this whole thing today is control. Government having control, people having control of your lives. Make a decision. Listen, you were born. You're born on this earth. You're here one time, as far as I know. You're here once. That's a whole nother podcast, too. We'll talk about that. But anyway, you're here. You got to make the best of it and make the decisions. Do stuff that you enjoy doing in this life that you have. In other words, I'm a musician. I've been one since I was, I'm 57 years old now. I've been a musician since I was 7. I've not made a big dime out of it. I made a little bit of money, but nothing. I still work a day job. I've never been, I never sold out big arenas, played in a band that sold out big arenas or anything like that. But you know what? I've enjoyed every bit of it I've done with it so far. Okay. And, it's just such a shame. What if Chris Christopherson said, you know what, told his mom, dad, yeah, you're right. I need to go to West Point. I mean, he probably would have done okay and everything, but he wouldn't have been Chris Christopherson. He wouldn't have been able to experience the things and travel, experience the joy of writing songs that got huge with other artists and himself. Same with John Denver. Same with so many people like that. Actors and actresses the same way. Someone that decides they want to be, they want to get into preaching and preaching the gospel, like that, being a preacher, something like that. Whatever it is that you look towards, your career, your goals, your dreams, your admiration, whatever you do, go for it. As long as you're able to, and you're not hurting anybody else, and you're not hurting yourself, responsibly. I mean, it's just a shame to let other people, because I tell you what, in my lifetime alone, I've made some really, really, really bad decisions. A couple of them financially is because I let other people tell me and talk me into, well, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. You need to do this. You need to do that. And I don't think they meant any harm, but I listened to them and it got me screwed up. And now that I'm almost 60, I don't do that anymore. When it comes to like restoring my old car or whatever, I'm doing things the way I want to do it because these are the things I enjoy. It's my life. I want to enjoy it. I want to do it the way I want to. Comment below if you guys feel about that. Now, this whole thing about the shot thing, it's a big story. It's a huge story. And, these corporations are going, you know what? If you don't do it, like being a big punk in school. Well, if you don't do it, well, bye-bye. Let you go. Can't risk it. Blah, 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 blah. At the same time, the government could tell us that, but at the same time, the government can have 3,000 nuclears, bombs sitting around and all over the place. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? They have enough power to destroy COVID and the world 50 times over. I mean, they can do that. And but that's not dangerous. But, hey, You gotta get a shot. I don't know. It's just wacky. Comment below and tell me what you feel about it. I'm just living the life the best I can. I took a lot of advice from people, some of it good, some of it not so good. But ultimately, anymore, I will listen, and then ultimately I make my own decisions. Period. When it comes to my life. Period. That's it. And I'm not going to argue with people about things. Some people say, well, you know what? Yeah, well, if you do that, that's not really smart because of blah, 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 and X, Y, Z, and blah, 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 and anymore. And I used to try to counter that. And, I try to explain, try to plead my case why I want to do something and why I do something the way I do it. I would plead my case like I'm on trial, right? And then anymore, I just go, well, yeah, it's your opinion. End the story. Well, that's cool. If that's how you feel about it, that's great. I'm not doing it that way. It's my life. Doing it the way I want. Kind of like the Bon Jovi song, It's My Life. Let's have another drink of coffee. Carter Bleed's it's been 20 minutes already, and I'm blabbing. Thanks again for stopping by. That's what I do. I just, I share stuff, everyday stuff with you guys and gals. Really, that's what it is. But the shot thing is really becoming a heated debate. But yet, as far as the government goes, and I'm not really a political show, I'm just everyday stuff. I don't think you should get fired for not taking the shot. If they want to test you every other day, so be it. But telling you have to get a shot to get fired, nah. I got the shot, not a big deal to me, but to a lot of people, I respect that. It's a big deal. It is a big deal, though, when they start telling you how, like I said, the bottom line, how to run your life, because it's yours. It's yours. Nobody else's. It's your life. Why should anybody or anything tell you how to run your life? Okay, to kind of change a little bit the subject, I you guys know I follow Sean James. I really like Sean up there in Canada. He's not the musician. I like Sean James, the musician, too, but this is Sean James that has the My Self-Reliance YouTube channel, and I've shared a few of his episodes. Sean was talking about the same thing, decisions, and it's true, what to do with your life. Ultimately is your decision. But he also talked about today, just put it up like 9 hours ago, Facebook Marketplace. I got to mention this because I didn't know what he was talking about. He says, just the title of his episode was like, I'm frustrated. Okay. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Was checking it out, see what Sean's doing today. And so he's talking about Facebook Marketplace, and the guy, he's going to buy a couple canoes, and he called the guy and said, yeah, hey, or text him and said, hey, message him. Said, I want the canoe, and they agreed on a time and a place and everything. And the guy, Sean's getting ready to go get it, like an hour and a half away. In a nutshell, the guy says, starts blowing him off and stuff, like, doesn't answer him. Finally answers and says, oh, don't come down here because I already, sold the canoe already. And Sean already told him, hey, I'm coming to buy it. Okay. So he's talking about that's frustrating because, it's like, where's your integrity? It's true. Where's your integrity when you say, okay, I sold the canoe. This guy's coming down to get it. He's true to his word. He's going to come down and buy the canoe, and Sean, anyway, the guy just said, nah, I sold it. So no one really has that integrity thing anymore. And it's a shame. A lot of people don't. And you know what? The funny thing, the flip side of the Facebook Marketplace is this. I've had people tell me, yeah, I'm coming to buy it, and they never show. So I feel for you, Sean, if you're watching my episode. I have had people, I've sold quite a bit on Facebook Marketplace, and I don't normally like using it, but, it's kind of convenient, I guess. And they say, yeah, I'm definitely coming to get it. I said, okay, I'm here. And then no show, no nothing. Then I text back and nothing. So then someone else would call and say, yeah, I want it. I said, yeah, come on and get it. Because the other guy, apparently he changed his mind. And so one guy came and the next guy came and he actually did come and buy the item. And then the original guy called me back a week later and said, hey, you still have that? I said, no, I sold it. But, it wasn't like Sean James. I waited for the guy, reached out to the guy. Hey, you coming? Never showed up. The whole thing is you get that in this world, and I don't understand it. And Barkin Barney, he doesn't get it either. He's like, what the heck? Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. I just, kind of venting and frustration and really this vaccine thing, the mandatory vaccines, nurses, for God's sakes, nurses and doctors are getting canned because they refuse to take the shot. We need healthcare people desperately. We are lacking in people working, right? We just don't have enough people wanting to do jobs. So you're going to make it worse by telling them, say, hey, if you don't get the shot, get the hell out of here. Come on, no, come. These organizations got to rethink this stuff, man. We've got to rethink it. Got to rethink it. Our government needs to get together and think it about these things. Our government needs to get off their butts and get with the program because they're not doing it. They are not doing it at all. They're ignoring what's going on in the world. They're just, I don't know what's going on, but just got to drink the coffee while I have it, while we can still afford it, while we still have coffee beans, and just try to enjoy life. But do you guys seriously, though, get tired of people trying to tell you how to run your life? I swear there's people who try to tell you how to do everything. And you know what? I love, some of these people are really close to me. I love them. I love them to pieces, I'm almost, like I said, I'm 57 years old, and I still have the elders that are older than me still, I guess they think I'm still like 10. And trust me, I'm not, It's something simple as how to tie a trash bag. I think I know how to do that. Love these people, but, it's just kind of crazy. Anyway, you guys got any thoughts today on anything? The next big... the big Johnny 30-minute podcast presentation is going to be the graveyard. Okay, we're going to have fun in the graveyard. Just hope it's clear that night so we can see what's going on. I'm going to set the cameras up again and we're going to go for it. Anyway, that's about all I got today, guys. Thanks for stopping in and chatting for 30 minutes. Hey, a real quick thing on the Crossroads Saints. I'll put the link below. We have a new video out for a song of your own, new reviews, doing really good. I am actually going to play live for the first time in a long time with my bass guitar for the worship band. I'm going to set in this Sunday for the worship band, which is kind of cool. I got to do 4 songs. I haven't played live for months, so that'd be kind of nice to play for the worship band, Let's see, what else on the music front real quick before I go? I got 4 minutes. Oh, writing some new stuff. Got some great ideas. Hitting the demo machine back here. When that's all up, of course, you guys will see everything. I'll have the link below the Crossroads Saints. Go get the record. It's called The Song Your Own. It's on Amazon, Spotify, all those places. All the outlets. It's on everything. Apple, everything. Go get that record, guys. I'm telling you, not because I'm on it. Because it's really a good record. Check out Ain't Going Down Again. If you haven't heard that cut, check that out. I can't share it here because Daryl copywrote it. We copywrote it, and I can't even share it because I'll get dinged for sharing my own stuff. But it's the way it is. Go get your CWE coffee. I'm already thinking about Christmas coming up and Thanksgiving. Yes, I still call it Christmas. That's a whole nother podcast. I still call it Thanksgiving. That's a whole nother podcast. The world's getting wackier and wackier by the minute. No wonder Dave Lee Roth is retiring. Dave, if you hear me out there, no wonder you're retiring. I would retire too. It's just, it's a crazy world. But, let's keep our heads up and keep on keeping on, right? I wish I had the answers. I wish I could wave a wand and fix everything, but I can't. I'm just a little guy in a small area, in a small town, just on a speck in a huge universe. Think about it. You're this little speck on this little planet, like William Shatner found out yesterday. With this little thing, floating around in this big universe. Kind of freaky, isn't it? And they're still trying to tell you what to do. Remember that. Don't do that. Don't do that to people. People don't have this sign on their back. I do not have this sign on my back. Okay? People do not normally have this sign. Now, I know a lot of people probably do need help, but you know what? Hey, let them live their life. They're the only ones that can do it. And the outcome will be theirs, however it may fall, right? Thanks again for stopping in, guys and gals. And, you know, you haven't hit the like and subscribe button on the YouTube side, go ahead and hit it. You know, if you want to hit it, smash it. You know, these guys say these different things. These guys go, smash the subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, blah, 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 you know, so you know when the notification. You know, when you see me come up, it's just, boom, I'm there, you know. Anyway, I do appreciate the support, guys. If you feel the same way I do, comment below on this. Does everybody got to tell you what the hell to do all the time? 24 hours a day? Seriously, like, you know, when to go to lunch. Go to lunch. Oh, my gosh, really? And I like these people. I have no problem with these people personally, but it's just like, you know what to do. Especially, you know, you just know what to do. You know how to control your life. And if you don't, let people figure it out. Let people figure out how to control their life. 30 minutes and 2 seconds. I'll see you guys next week, the Lord willing. You have discovered, through the expansion of the internet world, I am Johnny Allen, and this is the Johnny Allen 30-Minute Podcast. I am Johnny Allen, and this is the Johnny Allen 30-Minute Podcast.